off the spooky season with something decent. We've already had this in a community day, which seems to be fairly common these days when it comes to Spotlight Hours. Why do they keep doing community day Pokemon rather than giving us new things? But there is some good Spotlight Hours coming up for the rest of this month. Also, unfortunately, today it has been raining basically all day. So, yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to be walking around in the rain. But we do have double transfer candy at least. So there's something for the people that have things to transfer. I have some things that I can go through and transfer. So I might spend a bit of time doing that. Because I don't really need any of these shiny. But still, we'll do some shiny checking. They are weather boosted. At least because of the rainy weather. How you doing, Jahern? Welcome in. So yeah. It is what it is, I suppose. But like I said, we do have some decent things coming up for the rest of this month. There's like 3 decent Spotlight Hours, because we had 4. Wait, no, 5. There's like 5 Spotlight Hours this month, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember. No, whatever. But we get some decent ones at least. So yeah, I don't like Team Rocket. I don't want you, Team Rocket. Go away, Cliff. Don't like you. So how are we all doing today? How we all doing? How you doing, man? Welcome in. And James, welcome in. Sorry, guys, my chat wasn't showing me messages, so I had to reopen it. Yeah, how you going, guys? How's everybody doing today? I really need to start healing some stuff up. I got a lot of dead pokies at the moment. A lot of dead little pokies. A lot of dead big pokies as well. I'm just still running low on revives, so I'm being a little bit cautious with my revives. Hey, Zachary, how you doing, man? You've had crazy shiny luck this event. Which event? The one that just passed? The walking event, the Growlithe event thingy-majiggy? Because I did absolutely nothing during that event. I didn't finish the special research just because I didn't go out and do anything. I've just been busy over the weekend. It was grand final day on the Saturday, so I didn't get out and do the hatch day for Meryl, not Meryl, Azrael rather. Just didn't really. I know it's an egg event, so I probably wouldn't have done it anyway, even if it wasn't grand final day, because I'm not really keen on the egg events because I feel like they're a bit of a rip-off, especially since the increase to coins recently that Niantic has done. Yeah, just more of a reason for me not to spend money in the game. So right after they did a increase in price for coins, I wasn't going to spend a whole bunch of money to do an event. Okay, we need to give a whole bunch of candies to something. Let's give candies to. I should have done this before we started. What should we give candies to? Hey, Negan, how you doing? Miserable tonight because your 13-year-old ginger kitty Griffin was put to sleep on Sunday. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that, Negan. I did read that just before when I was on Twitter, because I haven't been on Twitter for like the past week. So sorry to hear that. That sucks. It's never good saying goodbye to a loved pet sort of thing. They're always members, like they're also members of the family. Yeah, so that really sucks. Did you remember Community Day this match? Wait, what? Sorry? Believe only evolve in December. Oh, sorry, man. What are you on about, man? What are you on about, man? You got Chinese Zigzagoon, Wooper, Phoebus, Eevee, Onyx, Woobat, Psyduck, Woobat, and Growlithe. Nice, dude. I did get a shiny Eevee that I got during the start of last week's raid hour. But other than that, that was the only shiny that I got because I didn't, like I said, I didn't get out and actually do anything hunting-wise. Oh my god, what do I give candy to? I'm lost. I don't know what to give candy to. How many free slots do I have? We've almost got 100 free, so that'll do. Okay, I'm going to venture out into the rain. I'm going to put my hood on, just because it's raining, and I don't want to get too wet. At least it's not raining as bad as it was earlier. Like, it was a bit miserable all day. So yeah, the Halloween event has sort of started. You can buy the ticket in the shop for the ticket of treats. So it's a month-long event sort of thing that has different stuff to do each week. That'll give us bonuses for each of the weeks, sort of thing. Hey, Yu Chang, how you doing, man? Welcome in. So, unfortunately, it's just a little bit muddy down here today. So yeah, remember that we have double transfer candy today, guys. Hey, Underground. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Let's go through and get some things transferred that we don't particularly need. None of these were any good, so we may as well get rid of them. Growlithes, Phantoms. All these Growlithes are from last week's Spotlight Hour. I actually need to go through and check these Grubbins, because I forgot to actually do my evolutions after the community, like last community day. So we'll hold on to them for now. I might quickly do a check at the end so I can transfer them before the end of Spotlight Hour. Go through and get rid of all this other stuff for now. Oh my god, I have so many. Get rid of all these Metatites because we need that Metatite candy. I may as well get rid of these. And that should just about do us for now. Oh, beautiful. There we go. Alright, let's get into some shiny checking. This is extra transfer candy. So it's double transfer candy, so if you've got a bunch of stuff transfer, today is a good day to do it. You're Googling what shiny Phoebus looked like on Thursday, and then you caught one like right after it. Nice. That's actually a fairly rare shiny these days, because we don't really see Phoebus very often. Like, that event was the first time that we've really seen Phoebus en masse in a long time. Like, Phoebus is just something that you just don't see too often. It was during the... Wait, it's Johto, yeah. So during the Johto tour, and that was the last time that we really saw it in significance. It's had a research day in the past. But yeah, other than that, it's a fairly rare Pokemon. As your clock moved forward this month, yes. On Sunday morning at 2 a.m, our daylight savings started. So yes, we do start an hour earlier for you guys. And once daylight saving starts for a lot of you guys, ends rather, it's another hour, so there'll be like a 2-hour turnaround. So this time of year is always a bit better when it comes to viewership, just because people can actually make a lot more of the streams. Oh no, when's ours? Like November? I'm not sure when your daylight savings finishes. I can't even keep track of when mine starts and finishes. I just know like a few days beforehand because they say it on the news and stuff like that. Other than that, I don't know. You're best to Google that stuff. Ah, this path is so muddy. I feel like I'm sinking into the path every step that I take. So yes, yeah, an hour earlier. So basically the same time that today's stream started. As long as you're subscribed and got the notification button hit, you guys should get a notification of when I go live. Oh, damn it, I forgot to start the route. It's even telling me that there's a route nearby. Too late, game. Oh well, that doesn't matter. Ah, you'll set your alarm sometime. Okay, no worries. Yes, so we'll see how we go. Now that Niantic's done the nerfing of the raid passes and increased prices for coins and all that sort of stuff, I can't imagine that it's going to pick up too much in numbers. Previous years, around this time of year, like the summer months here, have always been more popular for... The time is a little bit better because, yeah, the daylight savings and all. You did 2 routes. It was terrible. You had to walk. You're a car player. Oh no. The dreaded walking. Honestly, I don't mind walking too much. It was a struggle when I first started getting into Pokemon Go, because before that, I didn't really walk too much. But yeah, now that I've been playing Pogo for like 7+ years now, it does get a bit easier over time once you've been doing it for a long. And it looks like it's a little big nest down here at the moment. Yes, I really wish that we had a better thing to start off the month with. Given that it's the start of spooky season, I reckon that they could have given us at least a ghost type Pokemon. Slowpoke doesn't really feel like it's worthy, since, like I said, we've had it in a common day as well. I think if they were going to give us a ghost type, that they did, because I think the reason why they gave us Slowpoke is because it is a double transfer candy night, and usually on the double transfer candy nights, the Pokemon that we're hunting during Spotlight Hour isn't the greatest. So I think they should have at least given us a ghost type, like Ghastly or something like that. But I think we've already had a Ghastly Spotlight Hour. I can't actually remember. But there is ghost types that they could have chosen that I feel would have been a better fit. You had to walk 1,000 meters for the Arcanine stuff. You're like, damn, you paid $2 and then tricked me into walking. You could have just driven really, really, really slowly. So I wonder if we'll be able to finish with a shiny tonight. We've had pretty good luck when it comes to Spotlight Hours recently. So fingers crossed we can continue that luck. You don't think you need Slowpoke shinies or candies. It's not just for the candies for Slowpoke. I mean, it's double transfer candy for everything. So if you've got stuff in your storage that you don't particularly need anymore, it's worth transferring it for the candy. A lot, like I said, a lot of people use these Spotlight Hours to go through and clean out their storage, so they save stuff up for the double transfer candy Spotlight Hours, because then they can transfer it and get the double candy. One of your routes is a bike path, so that could be frowned. They don't really care if you're riding a bike and playing the game. It's really driving. As long as you're riding the bike slowly, they don't particularly mind. I mean, at least you're still out in person. That's the whole idea of like Pokemon Go, to be out in the real world, exploring. Good thing is it's just drizzling at the moment. Like I can hardly feel the rain, which is good. So hopefully it holds off for the rest of the hour. Because I've been looking out the window all day, just like, God, I don't want to have to walk around in the rain later. But thankfully, by the weekend, when PAX is on, because PAX is Friday, Saturday, Sunday this weekend, it's not going to be the warmest of weather. I think Friday is going to be like 15 degrees or something like that, but that's Saturday and Sunday are supposedly going to be about 17 degrees, but at least there's going to be no rain. So that's good. Last thing that I want is for it to be a rainy, crappy weekend. Ooh, some eggies. What are we going to get from our eggies? More shinies, not Gligar. Hey Becky, how you doing, man? Lickitung not too bad. Ooh, 5 XL Lickitung candy. Oh. What do we get? Hey! A Hundo Lickitung we just hatched. That is my second Hundo Lickitung that I think that I've hatched from... No, I got a Hundo Lickitung from the Halloween research a couple of years back. It's funny because I was actually on my way to PAX and I was collecting some Halloween research and I got a Hundo Lickitung. So I just got my second Hundo Lickitung, so I can actually evolve one into Licky Licky. Hey, that is a nice score. Hey, Chum, how you doing, man? Or should I call you Chum? Hey, John. Hi, Johnny. Hi, Chum. How you doing? Or Choom. I should call you Choom because it's like Cyberpunk and all that sort of stuff. Speaking of Cyberpunk, I will start playing that on the channel. Probably not this week because, like I said, over the weekend I've got PAX and everything. But next week, Monday, given that I'm going to spend all weekend at PAX, I'm probably going to be pretty buggered and not really want to do anything like a workout or any of that sort of stuff. So Monday is probably a good day to start playing through Cyberpunk again. I'll probably start from the start of the game for the third time. And I still haven't actually finished the game. I've gotten to the last mission twice and then put it off because I've been finishing like everything else in the game and then never actually got around to finishing the game. So this will be the third time that I've started the game. So we will finish it this time. And I'll also get back into playing Starfield. I was going to do that over the weekend, but like I said, I got distracted. So yeah, we have Starfield and Cyberpunk coming up on the channel very soon, guys. I'm looking forward to playing through Cyberpunk again, supposedly with the new additions to the like Cyberpunk 2.0 update. They've fixed the game up quite dramatically. And with all the new edition stuff, it's got some good ratings. So I'm looking forward to getting back. I went through and made sure, like I spent the other day, going through and making sure that a lot of my mods that I had installed for the game are all updated and ready to go. So I got some mods for the game. Hey, you got a 4-star Growlithe this week? Nice. I didn't end up checking what the this was. Not good. Not as good as the Licky. But yeah, we got oops. Lickitung and 4-star. So yeah, I got 2 of them now. Nice. Hey, you got the shiny Hisuian Growlithe first check for the event. I didn't encounter any of the Hisuian Growlithe. I didn't do any egg hatching. I didn't do the research or anything like that. I was just busy doing other things, so I didn't get around to going out and doing anything. It was like pretty hot last week as well, so I didn't really want to go out and walk around in the heat. But well done, dude. Everybody's had some good luck lately when it comes to shinies and hundos and stuff, so that's good to see. I mean, even if I don't get the shiny Slowpoke tonight, it doesn't really matter too much because we got a hundo, so we got something out of tonight's Spotlight Hour, so I'm happy with that. It was so close to a hundo as well. It was still 98% shiny. That's pretty good, dude. Honestly, there's not much that really separates a 98% from a hundo other than the trophy of having the 4-star, but like stat-wise and usability and all that sort of stuff, they're basically identical. But still, it's you still wanted that shundo. But it's just that trophy thing. It's just like, yes, I got the shundo. You're like, damn, it's so close. It's always like that with the almost shundos. It's like, you're disappointed because it's not a shundo, but you're still happy because it's like it's like that 98%. But it's sort of bittersweet because you're like, damn it. If only. I mean, if only that hundo Lickitung was also a shiny. A lot of Weedles. Miss Murder would be happy with all the Weedles floating around. Slowpoke. Yeah, I think the most disappointing thing is it wasn't even that long ago that we had Slowpoke in Combat Day, so I think most people are pretty like bleh. Bleh. You wonder where she is? She doesn't really pop in much during the Spotlight Hour streams. She's finished her uni stuff and she's got other stuff going on at the moment, so she doesn't pop into the streams as often anymore. And with the increase in prices for raid hour and stuff like that, she doesn't do as many raids anymore either. We might see her at some point. I'm just glad that it's not cold. I'm more glad that it's not windy like yesterday. But yesterday it was really windy. And last night, Jesus, the winds were howling. Like the winds last night were just insane. It's like hurricane, tornado type winds. Felt like the house was going to blow away. The real question is, I haven't got it yet. I actually forgot that it was available until earlier today. I looked, I was like, because I saw PokeAK's video. Like, I didn't actually watch it. I just saw it pop up on my YouTube feed saying that, yes, it's worth buying the ticket. And I was like, oh, yeah, that. I forgot that was... that popped up at the start of October. Hayden, yes. Yes, I am from Australia. There's this house by the park. You swear every time you drive by, 8 to 10 Pokemon pop up and you're always stopping at the shiny check. Sounds like my house, but with not as many spawns. Like, honestly, my house is like this. Like, all these spawns that are here, plus a few more. I just don't have the Pokestop. But yeah, every time I open my game, I open it about 1/2 every hour, and I've got like a nice cluster spawn that I can try and check. It's why I get so many shinies at home. I was loving it when they had the accidental increase to the view distance, like the spawn distance for Pokemon, because all the other spawns that I usually can't reach from my house were popping up as well. So I had, 25 spawns an hour or something like that I could click on. Same, the winds are crazy. Which part of it? Because I'm in Victoria. But yeah, supposedly the winds in both South Australia and Victoria were absolutely hectic last night. It was something like in between 80 and 200 lightning strikes in South Australia last night, in between like 11 and 1 o'clock in the morning or something like that. And yeah, a whole bunch of Victoria, the power was out for a lot of the day just because of how bad the winds were. Luckily, where I live, the winds were really bad, but they weren't bad enough to knock our power out. Hey, Charm. Thanks, dude. You didn't have to do that. I was going to buy the ticket myself, man. Much appreciated. Thank you, man. Can we get some hearts and stuff in the chat for Charm as a thank you? Give me some pog faces and some. They're the closest hearts that I can see. So when I get time to restart the game, I didn't have to, man. But cheers, dude. Cheers, man. So, do I get the special research now? Is it going to pop up, or do I have to restart my game? Alright, I think I have to restart my game. So, let's do that. And honestly, it was probably cheaper for you buying me the ticket than it would have been for myself. Hey, dude, and thanks, man, for rememberizing as well. Much appreciated, dude. Hey, Sharon, how you doing? Welcome in. 10 months of membership now, dude. Like, dude, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for being equal second longest member on the channel now, because I'm pretty sure you and Negan are both at 17 months now, or around that. So, thanks, man. Let's have a look, see what do we got here today, maybe. Nothing still popped up recently. Hasn't the actual stuff started for it yet? A ticket of treats, okay. 1.5 Stardust awarded for first. Jimmy loves eggplant. I win. Oh, you won because you got it first. No, you're both equally special. Thank you guys for both being 17-month long. Wait, that's close to a year and a half. I think you guys next month, if you become members against next month, will get the next badge. I think it's a year and a half once you guys get the next badge. I can't remember if it's a year and a half or 2 years. But I think, yeah, the next one is the last one that you can get, which is a shiny charm. You think you're from Victoria, but you're in... Yeah, Melbourne, Victoria. I'm in Melbourne as well. Well, just outside of Melbourne. I'm in Back Smash. The final badge. Your pure power. The final form. Oh, first event of October. Okay. So that's on... Which day is the first event? I know it's coming up in a few days. I just can't remember which day. Wait, is it the Pikachu event? Because that starts on the weekend, isn't it? Mark Max. I only add people for raid hours. Just randomly sort of thing. Just because I don't have a lot of room on my friends list. So I try and get you guys on for raid hours at least. Which is tomorrow. But other people can add you. So I don't mind you putting your codes in the chat, guys. Just don't spam them, please. That's right, I need to chuck more eggers on. That'll do. Yeah. I assumed that the XP and that had started now, given that it told me in the today menu. Too bad I've already done both of them for today. What is my friend code? Like I said, I will chuck it up tomorrow for you guys for raid hour. Because I got to cycle through and add people for the raid hour. So it is one of the perks of becoming a member of the channel. If you guys would like to get onto my friends list and be on there permanently sort of thing. That's one of the perks of being a member of the channel. Everybody else, I'll add you guys during raid hours, but when I need to make room for other people for during raid hours, people get removed. So it's not a permanent ad, but now that raid hours have slowed down a bit, you guys stay on the list for a reasonable amount of time sort of thing. But yeah, given that we've only got 400 friends list capacity, I can't just add everybody, unfortunately. I would add all of you guys if I could, but unfortunately I can't. Yeah, important. Yeah, like I said, you guys are the members of the channel. Since you help support the channel, you guys get to be my friends in perpetuity. I want to start adding some more incentives to the channel as well. I want to sort of get my Patreon up and running properly. Because I've got a Patreon page, I just don't have anything on it or any bonuses really. So I want to start doing maybe some monthly streams over on Patreon and having that set up as another form of people being able to support the channel, which is a little bit more direct than through YouTube, because YouTube takes a portion of every donation and sub and all that sort of stuff. So over on Patreon they do as well, but it's not as big as a chunk sort of thing, and that way I can add more stuff. It's not just Pokemon and gaming related. I was thinking of maybe doing some cooking stuff and that sort of stuff over on the Patreon. I was actually looking up on Instagram last night. I was just scrolling Instagram blindly and all this food stuff kept popping up. I was like, oh, that looks nice. So I saved about 40 different recipes on Instagram last night. Just like yes, I want to make that, I want to make that. That looks good, I'll make that. So if you guys would like to see Jimmy cooking really greetings from Scotland. Any sparkles yet? How you going, Marston? Unfortunately, no, we haven't got a shiny yet, but I did hatch a Hundo Lickitung just before. So we didn't get a shiny, but we did get a Hundo so far this stream. And it's a little pinky, so it sort of blends in with the Slowpoke theme. But no shiny Slowpokes just yet. Honestly, I wouldn't know until the actual stars popped up on Slowpoke either, just because, you know, it's hardly noticeable. But welcoming, dude. Greetings back from Australia. How are you doing? Dang it, Jimmy can't donate to Patreon on YouTube. I'll probably set up some more tiers on Patreon, because I can set it up so people can be part of the Patreon community for as little as like $1 a month sort of thing. So it won't cost an arm and a leg for people to become part of the community over there. And there might be a free tier as well for people that just come and support. So you guys will still be able to be part of the community. You just might not get as many bonuses as the people that actually do pay to support, sort of thing. Just so nobody misses out. Because I would like you guys to be part of the fun and shenanigans and all that sort of stuff. A shrimp. You mean prawns? Probably not, because I don't like prawns / shrimp. Not a big fan, so I don't think we'll be cooking any of that stuff. But like I said, I did find a whole bunch of recipes last night, and a lot of it was like chicken, but it was like fresh, healthy versions of like fast food versions of like, you know, KFC or McDonald's stuff or something like that, but better. So I was like, that looks good. I could cook that. You're part of every community. Yeah, here and Instagram. No, not Instagram. Wait, do you even follow me on Instagram? I never use Instagram for like my own stuff. Like I don't post up on it. I know you're on Twitter and I know you're on Discord. So they're like the main communities. I just don't really have stuff to post up on Instagram, so I don't really post anything. But I suppose if I do start doing some cooking stuff, and I should post my shinies and stuff like that. Like I used to post that stuff on Twitter, but honestly these days, the only things that I really post on Twitter are links to streams and stuff like that. I don't know. I just don't like Twitter, so I'm never on it. You followed me on Twitter, you privated your account. Too many annoying bots were following you. See, I'm lucky that way. I'm pretty sure the vast majority of people which actually follow me on Twitter are real people. I don't have a lot of bots. I think it's just because I don't follow a lot of random stuff. Like, the people that I follow on Twitter I know are real people, so I don't get a lot of bot spam. Because I think that's when you start getting bot spam. It's when you just start liking a lot of random stuff. Alright, 20 minutes to go. Still no shiny boy. But we're trying. Actually stopped raining. Probably take that off. That's better, because it's actually quite warm. You got a new harmonica? What, you already wore the old one out? It's like I was playing it that much that it broke on me. I blew out the harmonica. I haven't had a harmonica since I was, like, little. I know it's had a tendency of, like, do you cut yourself on the harmonica? Or was that just me when I had a shitty harmonica as a child? But I just felt like, because you're always, like, dragging it through your lips, like, I'd end up cutting myself with the sharpness of the harmonica. Why did the stream start an hour early? Because daylight savings has started for me, my dude. So it's not early for me. It's 6, well, it's almost 7 o'clock here. But it's daytime still, which is great. That means it's that time of the year where my streams will actually be during the day. You almost missed it. Next week for you will to start more early. Oh, so your daylight savings finishes next week? Yeah, so that's where we get the 2-hour turnaround, because daylight savings starts for me, so I start an hour earlier, and then daylight savings finishes for other people, so their clocks go back an hour, so it starts an extra hour earlier. So that's good. because a lot of the people that have to stay up until like 3 or 4 in the morning to watch the streams no longer have to no, there's like tons of different ones. Chromatic is what I meant to say. With a button on the side, Swifty ones, do on a marine band. Heard it cuts people a lot. Yeah, it was probably that one that I had as a child then. Yeah, 'cause they're just sharp. Like, they're basically little blades that you're like running through your mouth as you're like playing the harmonica. Well, there's a question for you guys. Should we get an instrument for the stream? I do have a guitar at home. I don't know how to play it, but I've got a guitar. A bit bulky to be taken on streams with me, especially when I'm out in the wild. Stream kazoo. An organ. Just cart an organ around with me everywhere I go. Just do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. I'm sure that won't get annoying to people. Like, that I'm like, people are just walking past me, I'm just smashing on an organ. I thought they said contraband flute, and I'm like, wait, what? It's an illegal flute? A contrabass flute. Search on the internet, super funny. Okay, I'll look it up after. If I remember, I have a tendency of forgetting stuff. Get like a trumpet. Come on, little Slowpoke, we're running out of time. We have just over 15 minutes left to see if we can get some sparkly ones. And how many shinies do I actually have of this? It's a good question. Shmoo. 21. So yeah, if I don't get a shiny, it ain't the biggest thing in the world. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I think I've seen them before. I could be like one of those dudes that has the... I don't know what they're called, but they got like the drum, the harmonica, the trumpet, like tambourines, and they just walk around like smashing a whole bunch of instruments together. I could be a marching band, a one-man marching band. You already have like 14 shiny Slowpoke. Yeah, that's why I wasn't too fussed about tonight, sort of thing. I was actually contemplating when I was looking at the weather before and it was raining. I was like, do I really want to go out to walk around hunting for a shiny that I've already got an abundance of? I should just stay home and stream something else and just chuck on this while I'm streaming something else. I was like, nah, I'll do this. I was thinking of like staying home and streaming some Starfield or something like that. And just having this on the side. But I might do a, because Thursday is the only free day that I've got this week. Because tomorrow I've got another Pokemon Go stream. But yeah, Thursday I might do a pre-PAX Starfield stream or something like that. Spend the day at home, relaxing, playing some video games. So I don't want to do too much on Thursday because I want to be saving my energy for the weekend. I probably won't do a workout. Oops. Since we've already thrown a ball at it, we may as well throw another one. Play Pong with chat. Sure, that'll be an interesting stream. Now, actually, something that I've been thinking about adding to the channel is like a nostalgia day. so I can go back and play some games that I was played while I was growing up. So play some old school Mario or Sonic, or play some old school PlayStation games, because I've still got my PlayStation 1 and 2, so I can hook them up and play some old school games. Play some old Metal Gear Solid, or, you know, stuff like that. One game that I really do want to play through is, it's an old game, but it has remakes, like the Resident Evil remakes. So Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 4, because they're my favorite ones. I've already played through the remake of Resident Evil 2, but I'd be happy to do it again, just because it's such a good game. And yeah, Resident Evil 4, my favorite one. I really want to play through that again. Play Mario Kart, GBA. I don't have Game Boy Advance. I do have a Game Boy, like an old school Game Boy. I just need to repair the screen, because I smashed it with my head when I was a child. I know that sounds bad, but I used to have some anger issues when it came. I still do, but not as bad. Donkey Kong made me smash my Game Boy with my head. Play Trombone Champ. Wait, it's a game? You've like a dozen of funny stream games. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, doing like a nostalgia day, so we could just kick back playing some old school games, and then maybe having like a spooky day as well, especially during October, given that it is spooky season. I think adding a spooky stream day would be good. So like I said, I won't be able to do it this week because I've got busy for the rest of the week, but next week, other than the Pokemon Go streams, I should be pretty good to do some other stuff. So I might add like a Freaky Friday stream or something like that. Play some Halloween themed games on a Friday. Play through some Phasmophobia. I haven't played that game in ages. It's got a huge update now, so it'd be interesting jumping back into it. Like I said, play some Resident Evil, play some other type of spooky games. The new Alan Wake is out. I've never actually played Alan Wake before, but supposedly number 2 is pretty good. Hopefully that just drops from the... Yeah, I think that just drops from the trees. Still trying to get this shiny Gulpin. It's actually a really nice shiny. I would really like one, but I cannot get it. God, there's a lot of Crowagunks popping up right now. Alright, got 10 minutes to go and I'm almost back at the car. I need to slow down how fast I'm walking, just so by the time I get back to the car, we're out of time. Must be a Crowgunk nest here. This is where there's 2 nests down here. There's like one along here, and then along the other part of the path is another one. Because it's like overlapping parks. Because yeah, we're getting a lot of Crowagunks here, and there was a lot of Tepigs down the other part, but we're still getting the Tepigs popping up as well. You think YouTube should add like a channel point like system, so you get rewards for watching streams. You can get things like name, colors, icons for it. Yeah, sort of like Twitch, you mean. Supposedly they were going to add something like that. I don't know what happened, but they were thinking about doing similar stuffs to what Twitch do with that sort of reward system. Like, I did have the Twitch channel set up, and I did used to stream over there. Like, anything that wasn't Pokemon related, I would usually stream over on my Twitch channel. But I sort of neglected it for a while. going back to it at this point. Is now that I've got the new computer set up, I should be able to stream to both. So I might do multi-streams, especially for stuff like Starfield and Cyberpunk and stuff like that. I can do multi-streams over both things and try and grow the Twitch channel again. And that way I can sort of start doing them both on YouTube and Twitch, and then once the Twitch channel has grown a bit, I can move the other stuff over to there. So I can do more adult type of games, because I mean stuff like Cyberpunk and that, there's a lot of violence and nudity and stuff like that in the game, and like sexual references and all that sort of stuff, so I feel like it doesn't really fit in with the rest of the theme of the channel. I think something like that would be better suited over on Twitch rather than on YouTube. Dirty. Yep, still streaming the old Pokemon Go. Is basically the main thing that we stream on the channel at the moment. But does bring back the old school vibes. Unfortunately, it's not as big as it used to be. Yeah, as you can see, the streams don't have a whole lot of people in them anymore. Yeah, I missed the peak period. During that 2020, 2021, that was the peak period for Pokemon Go. And yeah, during these Spotlight Hour streams and Raid Hour streams and stuff like that, we'd be averaging, 20 to 50 people at any given time. But now those numbers have dropped off quite dramatically. Hence why I'm talking about streaming other stuff. I don't get jump scared though. There's no point playing a game that's all about jump scares when I don't get jump scared. It's just going to be me like, oh, wow, that wasn't really scary. Like, those games only really work if you fake jump scare or if you actually get jump scared by stuff. But I can play games and watch movies and stuff like that are filled with jump scares and they just don't get me, sort of thing. So I feel like there's no point playing something like that when it's not going to have the impacted, just like, the desired impact, I should say, that it's supposed to have. It's not going to be as entertaining for you guys as you think it's going to be, just because it's not going to get me. You just flinch. See, it has to be something that I truly aren't expecting. Like, every now and again, something may get me. But it's usually when I'm only half paying attention. Like, if I'm paying attention to stuff and I'm expecting something to happen, it just doesn't get me because I'm expecting it to happen. And I watch too many YouTubers that do play games like that and just fake scares for views and stuff, and I don't know, it just comes across as a bit cringy. I'm just like, yeah, no, that wasn't really scary, sort of thing. I suppose if you've got headphones on and they're up loud, it's a little bit different. But yeah, like I said, it's just something that I grew up watching horror movies and stuff. Like, I was a kid of the 90s, so I grew up watching the X-Files and all that sort of stuff. And then watching a whole bunch of horror movies because my sister, I do have an older sister. And she was right into the horror stuff. So I used to watch, a whole bunch of horror stuff when I was a young child. So I've sort of become desensitized to it. Just doesn't have the same impact. But do I pee myself? No. No, I do not. Put my branch. It's so muddy. Dodge the puddles. What's the raid boss tomorrow night? I think it's isn't it Trash Can Boy? What's its name? Oh my god, that's the Ultra Beast thing, isn't it? I can't remember its name now. What's it called? Trash Can Boy. Where's Trash Can Boy? I always forget Gen 7 just because I'm not big on Gen 7. Where is it? I keep thinking yes, Guzzlord, that's the one, thank you. Trash Can Boy. I knew it started with G, I just couldn't remember. I kept thinking of I can't even remember what I was thinking of now. Yeah, that's the one. I had it in my head, but I just couldn't think of the name. Yes, Guzzlord is the boss. Yeah, Gen 7 is probably my least known generation. Because I don't really, I played through a little bit of Sun and Moon, but that was years after it came out. So yeah, I just didn't really play it much, so I tend to forget the Pokemon from it. What, Gibnox? Why are you naming a whole bunch of... like random YouTubers? That rain is like starting to kick in a little bit. I got 3 minutes left. So I think I'm just going to call it quits for hunting for the shiny right now and jump back in the car. Because I'm at the car. There we go. Muddy. Some random names. Yeah, I know they're random. That's why I was asking why. Why are you posting up random names? Do the Entei raid. I don't think we'll have enough people. Don't think people are really interested in Entei and Suicune and that. Like last week's raid hour. Honestly, I thought it was going to be more popular than I thought it was. I thought it was going to be more popular than I thought it was. Jimmy, that does not make sense. I thought it was going to be more popular than it actually was. Yeah, people weren't really interested in them. And given it's the first time that we've had them in ages, that's why I thought people would actually be interested in them, but no such luck. We ended up getting 2 of each done for like the whole hour. Hey, Gelato, how you doing? And I've already got a shiny and a hundo Entei. So out of all of them, it's like the one that I'm least interested in. Yeah, that's the hundo. And I got 2 shiny Enteis. Chocolate Starfish, which is actually a name for something else. If you know, you know. If you don't, you will when you get older. I'm doing pretty good, Gelato. We didn't get the shiny tonight. But that's okay, because I did hatch a hundo Licky Tongue. So we got something out of tonight's Spotlight Hour, so I'm pretty happy with that. And yeah, that's my second hundo Licky Tongue. So I can actually evolve one into a Licky now. But you know what? You can do that right now. I have 50 Sinnoh Stones. And more than 100 Lickitung candy. How many 4 stars do I have? Over 200 now, I'm pretty sure. 4 star. Oh, almost. 197. So 3 more and we get to 200 hundos. Which honestly, I thought I would have more than that. And with the amount of time that I've been playing the game. We have a lot of doubles though. Like we have 4 Kangaskhans. Whole bunch of Arcanine / Growliths. That Milotic is one of my shundos, one of my 2 shundos. I've got almost 200 hundos and 2,702 shinies, but only 2 shundos. Sing Old MacDonald Had a Farm. That actually reminds me, when I was a kid, I was going on holidays with my family. We're going to South Australia. I think we're going to Beachport, which is a place in South Australia, and we're driving, and just out of nowhere, I'm just like, "Do you want to hear Old MacDonald's song like Elvis?" And I just started breaking out into "Old MacDonald had a farm," and just started singing it like Elvis. My parents thought it was hilarious. I was that sort of child that just did random stupid stuff just out of the blue. You've been playing for 2 years and only have 10. Honestly, you have to get lucky. A lot of those shinies back in the day, when we used to have maps, there used to be like reports of hundos. So it'd be like a hundo popped up here, and it'd be like, oh yeah, sweet. So I'd actually drive down and get it, sort of thing. I can remember there was a time, like when I was really serious about the game, like when I was playing it like non-stop. A hundo would pop up, and I'd look at the time that it had on it, and I'd look to see where it was, and I'd be like, that's 40 kilometers away. It has an hour. I can get there in time. So I'd jump in the car and speed off to get a hundo. So I used to drive all over the place hunting hundos. And yeah, I've hatched a few as well. How many hundos have I actually hatched? Oops. Oops, if I spell it right. Hatched. And 4-star. Okay, so 11 out of the nearly 200 hundos I've hatched. You've been playing for 6 years, and you have only 7 hundos. Damn. I guess I've just been incredibly lucky. I mean, these last couple, I hatched this one tonight, and then this, I actually hatched during GoFest. So I've had a couple of hatched ones fairly recently, like in between. You're pretty random too. I'm not as random as I used to be. Like as a child, I'd just come out with absolute just bonkers random stuff. Like I said, I'd just be sitting there and I'd just break out into song, like singing some random song, like some random person. You have 100 plus shinies. I used to sit there and play every single community day and every spotlight hour. Now you play like once a week. A lot of people are like that. As I was saying before, like one of the guys popped into the chat before and was amazed that I'm still like playing Pokemon Go. A lot of people just don't play it anymore as much as they used to. Honestly, my playing has dropped off significantly. Like I used to go out every day and make sure that I spun my stops and got into gyms and all that sort of stuff so I could get my gym coins. I don't really bother with that anymore. As I said, I used to go out hunting my hundos like quite frequently. If a hundo would pop up, I would rush out and get it. Yeah, I was out filming videos. As you guys can see, I don't film videos anymore for Pokemon Go because I just feel like they just don't get the views. It's the effort that I put in to make the videos just wasn't justified by the amount of views that I would get on the videos. So I felt like I was just wasting my time a little bit with it. Yeah, because the viewership just isn't there for the game anymore because the player base has dropped off dramatically. And Niantic is half of the blame for that. I mean, the game is 7 years old now, so people have just lost interest in it. But Niantic doing everything that they've done over the past year, nerfing remote raid passes, being so against the community, raising prices on Pokecoins, all that sort of stuff has just pushed so many people away from the game. So, yeah, only the really big Pokemon Go YouTubers, Mystic 7, Trainer Tips, Pokedaxi, those guys get most of the views these days. And I mean, I notice it on the bigger channels, but not as big channels like Pro Planty and Cricket and stuff like that. They still get views on their channels, but there's not a lot of growth on their channels anymore because of that. Like they have their regulars that watch, but then there's lack of growth on the channels just because there's just no new viewers like for the content. Hence, again, why I've started adding new stuff to the channel, because I feel like it's time. Like, I'm still happy playing Pokemon Go, but I feel like it's time to start adding other stuff to the channel and not just be a Pokemon Go related channel anymore. Just because, yeah, there's just going to be no growth on the channel, only focusing on one thing. You have almost 400 shinies, you're free to play. The game crashes more for you. Are you on an older phone? Is that why it crashes? Because I don't get too many crashes. Yes, thumbs up, Pokemon Go. Like, I still enjoy playing the game, but it just doesn't have that same appeal that it did, back a few years ago. There was a lot more drive, and I had a lot more enjoyment going out and playing the game. I mean, you can only play something for so long until, especially something as repetitive as Pokemon Go, until you sort of lose a bit of interest in it. Because let's face it, it is a very repetitive game. Right now you have like 3k plus coins for gyms. I think the highest amount of coins that I've gotten just from gyms is like 4,000 coins that I've had at one time, sort of thing, without spending them. But that's back when I was a free-to-play player, so the only coins that I would get were from gyms. Yes, Tef. Yeah, we started on Sunday, so we're an hour back now. So streams will be an hour earlier. I have 4k subs now. Yeah, we like I said, we were stuck on sort of that mid 3,000 for a while. GoFest did help. We got quite a few during GoFest. I think I broke the 4,000 just after GoFest. And it sort of stagnated a bit again now, just because of the lack of interesting stuff that's been happening in the game. Hopefully during this Halloween month, with some of the events and stuff that we've got, we can try and drive a bit more of an uptake in new subs to the channel. But also, like I said, I want to start streaming some other stuff, so hopefully streaming some other games. We'll get some new eyes on the channel, start breaking into some other viewership things, rather than, like I said, because Pokemon Go just doesn't have the same amount of eyes on it anymore. People don't really search up Pokemon Go like they used to, unless it's a big event like Go Fest or one of the tours or something like that, when people know there's a big event coming up. Com days are still pretty good. Like, we get a decent amount of views during com days. But yeah, they're like the three biggest draws for the channel, really. Other than that, Spotlight Hours don't really get a lot of views these days. It depends on what Pokemon. If it's a decent Pokemon, there's still a bit of view. But on days like today, where it's something not that great, yeah, people don't tend to really be that interested in it. Same with raid hours. Raid hours, back before they did all the nerfs and stuff like that, were great. We're great for the channel. We'd have heaps of views for that. But these days, because the raid bosses have been recycled so many times, and you can only raid so many things so many times before they get a bit stale. And with the increase on raid classes and all that sort of stuff, people just aren't as interested in them as anymore. So they're not as big of a draw to the channel as they used to be. Drat gonna miss things now. Well, that's not good. It's like that was the whole idea. It's like daylight savings is usually the opposite. Daylight savings is like helps people because they're, the streams are a little bit earlier. Hopefully, once you guys finish your daylight savings, it'll be a little bit different, maybe. Summer 2016 plus summer winter 2018, and Halloween, Go Fest, Christmas 22, Home Tour, peak for Pokemon Go. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, things have just dropped off dramatically now for it, which is unfortunate. It was a good game, but I mean, nothing can last forever, unfortunately. All good things must come to an end. And yeah, Niantic's handling of the game of recent hasn't helped. I've seen so many people that have just stopped playing the game because of stuff that's going on. Like Pokemon Master Holly, she's a perfect example. She stopped making content for it for a while and then came back and started making it again, but she just wasn't really getting the views that she used to get, so she stopped making content for it again. Yeah, and that's a perfect example of somebody that went from having quite a few, like a number of views, and then, yeah, sort of dropped off dramatically just because there's just no interest. Oh, you work till midnight, that's when the streams will start. You can watch them on your way home. You liked Halloween 2022. Halloween events are usually pretty good events. They're some of the best events for the year because they tend to be over a few weeks rather than just being sort of like a weekend or a week long or something like that. They usually tend to do stuff for like the whole month of October. But yeah, they add a lot of interesting stuff during the Halloween events. I mean, if they've tried to start doing that with the seasons and events and stuff like that, but they just don't have the same impact that the Halloween events tend to have. I think the main reason is because ghost type Pokemon don't spawn a lot outside of Halloween events, so there's a lot of drive for people to come and actually get Pokemon that they don't see very often. And there's a lot of costume Pokemon that pop up during Halloween period as well because of the whole Halloween dress up sort of thing. But again, all of those things are promotions for the actual Pokemon Center, because usually when we get costume Pokemon, it's because they've just released a plushie of that type of Pokemon. So they're trying to advertise it in Pokemon Go so people will actually buy it in real life. Price change of 100 Pokecoins. No, you don't use data on your phone. Oh, okay, for YouTube, fair enough. Fair enough. Just hack into somebody, like just a hotspot of someone else's phone so you can use it all for Pogo. I used to be like that back before I had a decent plan on my phone. I'd only have like 5 gigs a month for data, so I would have to say, like, literally save it all for Pokemon Go, just so I could stream all the events and stuff, so I couldn't watch anything on the phone. These days, on the plan that I'm on, I get, I think it's like 60 gigs a month. I can't even remember how many. And no, I think it's like 80 gigs now. It's something that I don't have to worry about, so it's not too much of an issue. And sometimes after raid hours, because I have my phone hotspotted to, well, even now I have my phone hotspotted so I can watch the stream, or not so much watch the stream, watch the chat on this phone. Yeah, sometimes after raid hours when I get home, because I have the tablet running as well to have the music running during raid hours, I'll get home and I forget to turn my hotspot off, so I just jump onto YouTube and I start watching videos at home on YouTube through the hotspot on my phone rather than through the Wi-Fi. And it's not until like a few hours later I'm like, oh, whoops, wonder how much data I just used then. It doesn't matter. A plushie of your Pogo Pokemon Holy Fazballs. Take my money. Oh, you get 10 gigabytes now. That's not too bad, but yeah, unfortunately, it's still not a huge amount, especially when watching stuff on YouTube does take up a lot of data. Yeah, I think mine's like 80 gigs these days. So like I said, it's not too much of an issue if I have to use my phone for things. But yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get the shiny tonight. But for those that have just come in that didn't know, we got ourselves a hundo Lickitung from an egg. So we got something out of tonight's raid Spotlight Hour, which has been the running theme of late. The last, I think it's like 4 or 5 Spotlight Hours in a row, we've either got a hundo or a shiny out of it. So we've done pretty well of recent. So I'm happy with that. Yeah, it's actually my second hundo Lickitung that I have now. As I was saying earlier, the first one that I got was actually from the Halloween research while I was on my way to PAX, which is this weekend. So it's almost come full circle. I've basically got two shiny Lickitungs. Sorry, two Hundo Lickitungs during special research near PAX, and they were both from no, sorry, not both through research. One was hatched, one was through special research, and they both during like the Halloween event. So it's like Paxy Halloweeny goodness. 12 gigabytes here. It's empty in the first half of the month. Your best Licky is 96%. I have quite a few decent ones now. Like I said, I have the two Hundos. 4-star. But I think I've got some decent 3-star ones as well. Yeah, a couple of decent ones for PvP. Even though that one's rank 93. Sorry, great 93%. Rank 264. It's not that good. That's a decent hundo. A decent shiny, rather. Do I not have better ones? Ah, that one. I was going to say, I should have better ones for PvP. Because Licky is actually a decent one for PvP. That one as well that I need to check. Lickitung noises. Doesn't it go little? Isn't that the sound that it makes? Hey, it's a tiny Zubat. It's not too bad. Not too bad. Anyways, have a good night. Maybe you'll sneak in tomorrow for at least one raid, but odds are you're saving for Isn't Guzzlord tomorrow? G'day, Gibnox. Hey, Diana. How you doing? Welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, I thought Guzzlord started... Oh, no, it isn't. Okay. What? Do we still have the beasts tomorrow? Because someone said it was Guzzlord before. Ah, it's the beasts again. Last week was... There was hardly anybody interested in it last week. Why did they do that? Why do they give us multiple weeks of the stuff that people aren't interested in? This is the spooky season. They should have made all this month decent raid bosses. We've got Giratina, both forms that they could have given us. We've got Guzzlord and there's Darkrai. There's 4 raid bosses right there that we could have had that could have filled up this month, which would have been so much better than Raikou, Suicune, and Entei. Community Day in October. They haven't announced what this month's Com Day is yet, have they? I don't recall them announcing it yet. It'll probably be a ghost type, given that it is October, because they usually give us a ghost type one during October, don't they? That was last year. Yeah, that should be this year as well. Like I said, there's both forms of Giratina. There's Darkrai. We haven't had Darkrai in raids since last year's October, so... What else could they given us? Ah, Timbor, that's right. Yes, thank you. They have announced it. My bad. I mean, it's still a decent one. It's a shiny that I don't have, so I'll be happy with Timbor. But yeah, maybe they could have done the a ghost type, like Golett or something like that. You know, a ghost type that we don't have a shiny of yet. I think would have been good. Legendary. What else could they have given us for this month? Giratina. Giratina. I suppose there's not really a lot of ghost type legendaries, is there? Darkrai isn't a legendary, it's a mythical, but seems. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see Darkrai at some point during the month, though. Yeah, there's not really anything else. Should really transfer some of these legendaries. I don't think I need this many Entei and Suicunes and Giratinas. Yeah, okay, well, other than Giratina, there isn't really anything else to give us, is there? You have to. So do I. I've got two altered form Giratinas. Actually, no. How many shiny altered forms do I have? I think it's 3. Shiny and Gira. Oh, no, 2. Okay. We have 2. This one I actually got during PAX. Not last year, back in 2019. Because PAX is always in October. So, spooky season. Actually, got these both in 2019. So, I'm pretty sure they were both from PAX. Oh, no, that one was from... That one was, at least. Yeah, I don't have an Origin form one, though. I do have the 4-star Giratina as well. Yep. That we got last time that we had Giratina in raids. But yeah, just altered form, unfortunately. Still need that Origin form. Introduce the Treasures of Ruin into Pogo. The most evil ghostly Pokemon in the raids, Uxie. No, we don't need Uxie in that pack in raids. We only had them like recently, like in the last couple of months. It'd be nice if they actually rotated them though. I think it's about time that they rotated Uxie, Azelf, and Mespirit around, just so people had an opportunity of getting them from the other regions. You have 2 Origin forms. I'll trade you an Origin for an Altered. And my back is full again. And there it is. Alrighty, guys. I think, given that we're done with our hunt for the night, we might wrap it up here. But, like I said, I'll be back tomorrow night for, unfortunately, more Suicune, Raikou, and Entei raids. I was really hoping that we were going to get something else, but another week of them, so we'll see how we go with interest, because, I mean, people weren't really interested in them last week, as I was saying, so we'll see how many raids we can get done tomorrow night. I might try again, do, at least a couple of each, just so people can get a shot at getting the ones that they want, because I hate it when we've got multiple raid bosses, because people are always interested in different things, so it spreads the already lacking interest over multiple things, which just makes it hard to organize raids. So we'll see how we go with that. And yeah, remember that the raids will start an hour earlier tomorrow, just because of daylight savings starting. Sure, when you're in Australia or you're in the Netherlands, we'll trade if that ever happens. Yeah. Yeah. If that ever happens. Alrighty, guys. Yeah, thank you for joining in tonight. Much appreciated. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. We are sitting on 7 likes, so we're almost at the 10. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow for some more raids, and then, like I said, on Thursday, I'll try and do a another stream for you guys for Starfield. So I'm gonna get back into playing that because I haven't played it for a couple of weeks now, just because I just haven't got back into playing it, sort of thing. So I would like to get back into actually playing it and finish the game. Oh yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Check again. We're on 9. We're close. We're only 1 away. It should get there by the time I get home, or once people watch the playback and all that sort of stuff. We usually gain some more likes. But all right, guys. Sweet as. Have a good evening. Peace out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy your morning, evening, noon, or night. Stay safe. Happy hunting. Good luck with your spotlight hours. Good luck hunting shinies and hundos and all of that sort of stuff. We're at 10 now. Oh, it still says 9 for me. As an update. Alrighty, guys. I'll check it again later. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace out. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye.